Sorry, I just worked out and I'm letting the dog out. But yes, this just dropped today that Gavin Newsom has picked the replacement for Feinstein until the 2024 election. And as he promised, he did not pick someone that is currently running for the seat in 2024. LaFonza Butler is the president of Emily's List, which elects pro-choice women up and down the ballot. This is an especially good pick considering the concern over abortion restrictions in this country. And I believe that there were about 12 or 13 states that tried to pass anti-abortion measures at the state level that were even more restrictive, and they were all struck down. So having a pro-choice Black woman in the Senate is perfect. I also need to make an addendum per my last video. I misread something and I thought Barbara Lee was considering a run for Senate, not that she had launched a Senate campaign in 2024. And therefore she wouldn't be considered by Newsom to replace the seat because he wasn't going to pick anyone that was in the running for 2024. I also want to take some time to list some of Barbara Lee's amazing accomplishments. Among other things, Barbara Lee helped defeat the 3-strike rule, and she also was an early advocate of LGBTQ+ rights. She's had an impressively long career, and it's definitely worth it to check her out. So just as a heads up, you might be seeing more of these kind of videos mixed in, because as much as I love looking at the British media through the lens of the British royal family, I'm also very engaged in US politics. And I think it's interesting, and I can make it interesting and fun and educational, so join me on the ride. Or just skip if you're not into it. My bestie, my queen. In light of the fact that California's Governor Gavin Newsom has appointed LaFonza Butler to Dianne Feinstein's seat ahead of the 2024 election, I decided that maybe we should check in with the British media. From the Daily Mail, Gavin Newsom chooses Democratic strategist and Emily's List president LaFonza Butler to replace Senator Dianne Feinstein, despite Meghan Markle's name being in the mix as a definite long shot. What? You created this rumor. The article that ran yesterday didn't even have proof that she was considering a Senate run. And this is technically an appointment in a special election. This is not even the 2024 Senate race. And yet, but rather than picking Markle, Newsom went for Butler. What do you mean instead of picking Markle? We don't even know she was in the running. And let's briefly talk about why Gavin Newsom would have never even had Meghan Markle on his radar. This is no offense to Meghan and the work that she's done, but Gavin Newsom is on the radar as a future presidential candidate for the Democratic Party. He's also going to be debating Ron DeSantis on Fox News in November, which is legitimately my Super Bowl. If you are considering your long-term career, you are not going to appoint someone to Dianne Feinstein's seat who has no political experience. You are going to appoint, he said he was going to appoint a Black woman with vast political experience and ties to larger organizations. You're going to go with the Emily's List president and someone who has stood up for unions. Meghan Markle is going to be a great campaign surrogate if she chooses to endorse one of the 2024 candidates. She is going to be able to help fundraise and bring attention to the candidates. There is a role for Meghan Markle. But the fact of the matter is you created a pseudo event here, because any excuse to shit on Meghan Markle, you will do. Report on some real news, or at least learn how US politics works.